Hi guys, this is Charlie from Valmos Gaming Systems. Have you ever had PCs, or do you have one of this kind of PCs where you have a white case, an all white case with white cables, everything, white fans, but your GPU is black, right? So for example, this one, 2080 Ti. So this is probably an older picture, but everything looks really nice, right? But GPU is black. And obviously to change to a white GPU is not cheap. White GPUs are a little bit expensive, and if you already have an existing black GPU, it is pretty expensive to replace it with a white GPU if you're not looking for an upgrade. So if you're just like looking for a side grade and so on, you might be spending more money than you're worth. So what is the solution? How can we get a very nice aesthetic white build with a white GPU without paying extra, or with paying as little as possible? So the solution is to paint your own GPU white. You've probably seen other videos on this, but this is my version of how I made it. So let me just bring my white GPU here. Okay, so this is the GPU that I painted white. It is actually a Zotac 3070, a used one. Actually, I bought it from the used market because I just wanted a 3070 to actually for testing purposes actually. So I found one for a pretty good deal, but it was black. There are white Zotac 3070s. Because this fan I actually ordered from AliExpress. It was replacement fans, but the one I got, the used one I got, was black. So what I did was I actually painted it white instead. You will see that it is not a great job. There are actually already some scratches on it, but it is possible that you can do a much better job than me. This was my first attempt at painting it, and I'm just going to show how I went through the process of painting it. So note that this is a very unprofessional, like I'm really noob and very newbie at painting, spray painting, and this is how I approach it. But if I can do it, so can you or anyone else. Okay, so this is the reassembly, and let me just load up the video. So I spray painted this 3070 quite a while back. I think like good like 1 year plus ago, 1 year and several months ago. So in Singapore, obviously we have void decks. This is actually a shared void deck. I stay in an old 3-room flat. So they have this kind of extended in between floor void decks that I brought a clothes hanger to, and then you can see I hang my components. Like I disassembled the back plate, GPU fan shroud, and the fans as well. And what I did was I put Kapton tape on the gaps in between the fan bearings to prevent paint from going into it. But still, in the end, I damaged one of the fans. So looking back, I don't advise for you to spray paint your GPU fans, especially if it's your first time trying it out. I would just say if the fans are not in view, if you have a very traditional case, for example, let's bring it to like not this kind of case. If you have a vertical GPU orientation and the fans are black, that is not really nice. But if you have something like this, right? Like this case where you don't really see the GPU fans, you just see the back plate as well as the side of the fan shroud. So I believe it is fine if you don't spray the GPU fans, you just leave them at their original black color. Because in my attempt at spray painting the fans, I actually damaged one of the fan bearings, and one of the fans was damaged. And since it's damaged, I need to replace them. So I went to AliExpress and ordered replacement fans. There's no such thing as one. I mean, there is one fan for sale, but since I'm getting white fans, I might as well buy two. So I spent about actually 20 plus to 30 SGD Sing dollars to buy two replacement white fans, and that added into the cost. So, and also there was a lot of waiting time involved for the new fans to be delivered. So I would say if you want to save the hassle, you don't want to, yeah, you can just order replacement fans which are white from AliExpress. If AliExpress has white fans available for you to order, or you could just avoid spraying the fans altogether and just leave them black. Just spray the back plate as well as the fan shroud. Okay, so as you can see, I hang them on a clothes hanger and on a shared void deck. Obviously, don't vandalize your void deck. If you get any paint on any of the void deck walls or surfaces, do your due diligence, be a good citizen, go and get some thinner and try and remove the paint, right? don't leave your, like, don't vandalize public property. So obviously I'm pretty far away from the walls, and the walls are white as well. So I'm spraying white paint. So even if any of the paint like drifts onto the walls, it is not visible. And yeah, so I'm not really vandalizing anything. So you can see that hanging version is a little bit easier, because if you're hanging, you can get access to both the front and back side of the thing that you are trying to spray paint. So it is a lot easier. My body is blocking here, so I'll just fast forward a bit. Yep. So hanging is better, but if you don't have a mobile clothes hanger, you can actually do it using a cardboard box. Like, you can do it having the plates face down on the cardboard box, but the downside is that you have to wait longer for one side to dry. Typically, I would say have to wait at least 2 hours for the surfaces to dry completely if you are spraying a light coat. And from what I've seen on online guides and people who are better at this than I am, is to spray a light coat probably every half an hour to be safe. Like, spray one light coat half an hour later, and then come back again, spray another light coat, and then half an hour later spray another light coat. That way the previous coat will have enough time to dry, and you will have a very clean base for the new coat to settle on, and your paint doesn't look lumpy. Because if you spray too much too quickly, sometimes the paint becomes like liquefied, and you can see like droplets starting to accumulate. And that was one of the mistakes I think I made with my back plate. I sprayed a little bit. I was a bit too impatient, so I sprayed too much too early without waiting for earlier coats to dry. So do what the pros tell you, and not what I do. You can see that I'm pretty impatient, so I actually spray multiple layers onto the fan shroud, and like, this is a disaster, right? So in this case, both of them actually clumped together, and then they stuck. So when they stick, obviously you have certain marks on it. And then here later I will spray the so now I'm spraying the fans. But as I mentioned, actually try and avoid spray painting the fans, because even though I thought I did a decent job, but the paint did get into the fan bearings, and I actually damaged it. Okay, so there is that. So this is the back plate. For back plates, it is a little bit more challenging when you have certain angles to your back plate. So like, this back surface was fine, but as you can see, the lower half of this back plate is actually sloping downwards. So when it's sloping downwards, you can see that the spray paint doesn't reach there, and like the sides as well, it doesn't reach there. So you have to like spray paint a few sides of it. And apparently, yeah, later I think I did cover this. Yeah, so I did notice the bottom, and then I spray paint the bottom side to make it even. But as you can see, my fingers are actually touching the top part of the back plate, and you have to be really careful before like the half an hour mark before your spray paint dries, because I think I probably left behind some fingerprints on the paint, because the paint was still wet. So if you have fingerprints, it is pretty much difficult to impossible to remove. You have to spray paint over it again. Okay, so all in all, yeah, the general rule is that good recommendation is to spray paint a thin coat, wait for half an hour, then come back and spray another thin coat. And for the back plate, technically you can technically just spray paint the outside of the back plate. You can leave the inside black, because nobody's going to see the inside unless they disassemble the GPU. The inside is not for display. And for the fan shroud as well, you can actually just focus on spraying the outside of the fan shroud, and just can leave the inside of the fan shroud black. So that would save quite a fair bit of paint, and also save you quite a fair bit of time from actually covering both sides. Because most of you guys would not have this kind of setup where you have a portable clothes hanger to actually hang your components to spray. But even I saw like how factories manufacture cases and spray paint cases in, I believe, Taiwan and China, and this is a similar way to how they do it. They actually the machines actually hang the metallic pieces of the case suspended on hooks, and actually they have a machine that sprays them from both sides to ensure an even and quick coat. So yeah, even in a professional setting, in a factory setting, they are also hanging components in order to spray paint them, because that would be the best because you don't have anything that's touching the floor. Yeah, so in this case, you can see I'm handling it way too early, and I'm probably leaving fingerprints. So this is not advisable. It's actually best to just leave it alone for like half an hour, for it to dry before you try and handle it. And yeah, so in this case, I don't know whether it's half an hour past or not. Actually, I don't know whether this is time lapse. This might be a time lapse video because I believe I did have some waiting time in between spraying coats, and this was a combined video. I believe I'm not super sure because I really did this quite a while back. Just that I didn't make a video. Oh, you can see my mistake here. So I left a mark here. I think that mark was when this back plate slid and collided with the fan shroud, and then it left a mark. And then in order to cover that mark, I had to spray more paint. And when I spray more paint, I made the mistake of spraying it too thickly, and it became a little bit liquefied. And that made the paint look uneven and unnatural. But generally, this is how you spray paint it. So not too difficult, right? And obviously, after spray painting it, you will actually need to assemble it. So assembly video is this. So you can see that actually I did a pretty good job spraying my fans white. Like, they look pretty nice from the top, just that the fact that I destroyed my fan bearings, so the fans didn't work. So other than that, actually, I probably think I did a good job. So if you do really want to spray your fans, make sure to really block any entry into your fan bearings, so that none of the spray paint gets into the fan bearings. That will ensure that the fans should survive. But like I mentioned, if you are new to this, if it's your first time spray painting it, I will avoid spraying the fans. You can buy replacement white fans from AliExpress. They will have existing white fans for most of the existing GPU versions that you can get on the market. If not, then just leave the fans black if it's not invisible view. So here I put obviously thermal paste, and yeah, so reassembling the 3070 from the GPU. So reassemble the fan shroud. So I spray painted the IO shoe as well. Yep, the IO shoe typically for black GPUs, it comes in silver or it comes in black. So I also spray painted the IO shoe white, so to match the aesthetic. Okay, so IO shoe is spray painted. I reassemble the thermal pads. This is for the back plate, and then reassemble the back plate. How long should you wait for the paint to dry? I would say a good half a day, like 3 hours or more should be fine. In between coats, you can probably wait half an hour. But after you have applied your final coat, if you have decided that, okay, it's good enough, you're satisfied with the result, you really want to wait for at least half a day or even a full day, or even safer overnight, for everything to really dry off before you reassemble it. This is to minimize the chance of us leaving fingerprints on the coat of paint. You can see there is not a really good job. There's some chipping here on the top part. So let me just expand it. Yep. Then this is just screwing in the PCB to the back plate. And after that is done, we so-called install the shroud, and you can see the heatsink is a little bit oxidized, rusted, because it is a used 3070. So reassemble the fan shroud, reassemble the heatsink onto the fan shroud. And you can see that I already placed the thermal pads, memory thermal pads, back onto the heatsink or the cold plate. Okay, in this case is I had to reassemble the fans first. So reassemble fans onto heatsink. Make sure the wiring is, both fans are connected. Then screw in the fans, and then finally I think I install the fan shroud. So the sequence may differ for your individual GPU. Some of you guys may have to install your fan shroud first and then reinstall the fans. In my case, for this Zotac 3070, yeah, in the end I decided it was the wrong process. So I had to install the fan shroud first as well. So fan shroud first, and then GPU fans later. So I fast forward. Yeah, fan shroud first, then GPU fans later. Yep. And then that is done. Then you have to reassemble both the heatsink and the PCB together. Make sure you have thermal paste in between, and that's that. Then you will have a a fully white GPU to pair along with your white case. All right, so I think that's it for today's video, and we will see you guys. I'm Charlie. This is Vamos Gaming Systems, and we will see you guys in the next one.